Are you struggling to regain your sense of smell after COVID? Well, today, I'm going to share with you 2 of my favorite ways to improve your sense of smell. First off, my name is Brian. I've been in the health and wellness world now for 20 years. I've been coaching pro-metabolic health and nutrition for 10. Today, we're going to talk about how to improve your sense of smell. When it comes to your sense of smell, one of the most important things that we have to consider is that your sense of smell is very important for survival. It's so important that one of the first symptoms that shows up in neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's is actually a lack of your sense of smell. They can actually see that show up before your brain shows any other symptoms of neurodegenerative disease states. So when it comes to your sense of smell, we want to take excellent care of it, and we want to make sure that it's working well throughout your lifespan. First thing we're going to do, we're actually going to have you train your sense of smell. The way we're going to do that, you're actually going to use some sort of scent. Now in this case, I have an essential oil. You can use anything off your spice rack. You can use anything out of your fridge that you can smell or normally would be able to. We're going to use that as our training tool. In this case, I'm using just plain cinnamon. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my baseline first. Make sure that the cap is not in the other hand because I'm going to block one nostril. You can smell differently from side to side. It's not uncommon, it happens quite a bit. So what we're going to look for is, do I have a deficit on both sides or just on one or the other? So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to hold this out here, I'm going to plug one nostril, and I'm going to now bring this in as I'm breathing. Okay, so right there I get it. So right there is where I can smell that cinnamon. Okay, so I know what it is and I see how far away that is. So now I'm going to try and train that. I'm going to try and get it close and create some activation. I'm actually going to try and stimulate my sense of smell. So I'm going to take one breath in with the smell, one breath in without it. By alternating one breath in with it, one breath without it, you're creating contrast. You're telling your brain, this is one thing, this is something different. This is one thing, this is something different. That way your brain is starting to have a comparison that it can make to say, wait a minute, there's a difference between those two. One had some activation, one didn't. And now your brain's starting to wake up. Now your brain is starting to pay attention. Now your brain is starting to relearn what your sense of smell does. Okay? Then we're going to retest it. Okay, so I got it about there. So significant improvement right there from that little bit of compare and contrast. Then I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side. So I'm going to start with getting a baseline. Right about there, okay? So maybe a hair further than the first one, but still not where I want it to be, but I'll take it, okay? So now I'm going to train that. So block the opposite nostril, one breath in, exhale, pull it away, one breath in without the smell, exhale, bring it back. One more. Okay, and now I'm going to retest. Oh yeah, that actually can definitely get the burn of that cinnamon right there. So yeah, that's a big difference on that side. So that side was a little bit better of a response than this side, and I could actually feel the scent permeating through my sinus passages. I got that burn of that cinnamon. So you want to do that. You want to do that often throughout the day, and you want to do that with different smells. You want to train your system, you want to train your brain to relearn how to detect those signals and interpret them. Okay? That's step one. Now, step two is a little bit different. This is one that I stumbled into myself. This is one that I wasn't expecting to happen, but when it did happen, that's when I realized, oh wait, that's a big deal. So my sense of smell wasn't great after COVID. And I started doing a lot more research on breathing and made the decision to practice mouth taping when I went to bed. So I took a little piece of first aid tape, put it across my mouth, and in doing so, it forced me to use my nose more when I slept. Well, lo and behold, I started to smell things more. And I didn't realize it at first, but it wasn't until I said to my wife, who had greater sense of smell than I did, I said, oh, do you smell that? Do you smell that skunk outside? And she couldn't smell it. And that's when I realized, wait a minute, if I can smell it and she can't smell it, maybe my sense of smell is getting better. And lo and behold, now I'm picking up all sorts of things that she's not, simply because I've been training my sense of smell while I sleep. What's happening is you're training the ability of the air to travel over the olfactory nerve as it sticks through the cribriform plate of the sinus passage, and that allows you to get a good 7 to 9 hours every night of practice using your sinuses for detecting what's going on around you. So as your sinus passages get healthier because you're nasal breathing, you're eliminating your mouth breathing either throughout the day or at night, it's giving you more practice to use your nose and use your sense of smell the way it's supposed to be used. Give that a shot. Tape your mouth sometime at night, see how you do. You might be surprised, and especially if you can stick with it for a long time, you're going to see some major changes in your sense of smell. I'm almost certain of it. Be sure to share this video with anybody who needs to improve their sense of smell. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, stick around because there's more like this coming up. I'll see you soon. Take care.